But so far you've done pretty good on the book I've read through, as well as the Roll20. It's pretty good.
I think I've looked at the same 4 pages 80 times.
What 4 page?
It's the lodging table, the wilderness cooking table.
That's a particular table.
That's cool. That's what his character's entire thing was. And he did get the fucking use it before he died.
Well, yeah, if it works, it works.
I got 2 sessions of being in the outdoors, and then I died, and then I made a city dweller character.
By the way, I was looking at skill. What's the T number mean when it's referring to total number? Is that what it means? Oh, target number. Okay. Okay, so I guess if you're rolling and you roll lower than target, 5, it'll be... Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Do we have everybody? Are we missing anybody?
We're missing
Indigo is
but...
not on Discord right now, so we might.
Yeah, honestly.
Yep.
I'm never sure about Indigo, whether or not he's gonna be here or not. Fucking,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like the biggest surprise was when he showed up on the first session where we expected no one to show up.
Yeah, we were not expecting him to be there, and he wouldn't have shown up for last session either if I did not spam him because I saw he was playing Battlefield 6.
Yeah, I was surprised he came to the last one. All right.
Hey.
Yeah.
I mean, look, his character completed his entire character arc, which is to get the fucking parasite out of his eyes. So you know what? Even if he doesn't play anymore, he's thematically completed his arc in 2 sessions.
He did it.
He found a doctor when he introduced himself as a character.
That's okay. When I had reached out to you, Midas, I had thought, I had figured that he would, Locke wasn't going to be coming back. So I was like, okay, 5 players would be cool. And then when he popped in last session, I was like, oh no. Okay, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Hey, you handled it well, so good on you.
It's fine because I don't roleplay.
Every time. Now this character is going to need to die for him to play a literally me character.
Should be interesting. Hey, thanks for checking out. This is episode 3, Beyond the Shadow. Story takes place in Dark Rest, city in Ichabor. A place riddled with crime and corruption. I did add some new token macros for the casters to try to make things easier. If you cast a spell, it should take the mana from your mana pool automatically. So hopefully that works with the API script there. Patreon is about to drop, defining the new realm of Kotus, a country primarily about the Mentet and an unknown race of shapeshifters called the Tabujin, evil doppelgangers that live under the earth that started the War of Faces. So you want to check that out, arcanumsyndicate.com. You can find out the Patreon there. And there's lots of adventures and stuff like that and extra lore. We're going to introduce everybody. I'm Rogue. I'm going to be the game master tonight. And the icebreaker question is a note about your character. What is some part of their garb that they actually like a shirt, a tabard, a cloak, a brooch, amulet, whatever. Something that they care about on their character and why.
That's
Let's go
interesting.
first. Anybody got an idea right off the top of their head?
I do.
Go for it.
Isaac wears a amulet that was given to him by his eldest sister. he is very attached to it, especially because she's no longer alive.
What's the amulet look like?
It's silver, doesn't have any gems in it. It has it's like a locket opens up. If you open it up, it has like a drawing of him and his siblings.
That's cool.
It's also an amulet of charm.
Nice. All right.
Well, I'll take up the next one. So I'm playing Midas, a wandering wizard. He's on the older side, so he kind of is attached to his old hats, especially because he comes from the wild, so he didn't have many choices. He really likes the kind of long and kind of unwieldy style of it. He doesn't have any particular background to it, but it's just something he prefers to wear.
The hat is pretty legendary for a broad-brimmed hat. According to the picture there.
Yeah, it keeps the sun out of his eyes, so pretty good.
Cements his status as a spellcaster as well.
Zach, he's telling the world, this is who I am.
All right. Who next?
We can go ahead and do Automede next. Automede in particular, are we doing clothing items, or are we just doing personal effects?
Whatever.
Automede, of course, has a classic smoking pipe. The smoking pipe is not of design that seems to be from this country. It seems to have a base of ivory white that is coated and designed in different artistic designs of black and dark gold hues. They seem to keep it on themselves at all times, and may even be, at least appearance-wise, older than them, though, again, it is hard to tell, considering Automede is always aiming to look young. At least younger than their apparent age.
Nice. All right. We got Virian.
I'm Pharaoh, I'm playing Varian, and he very much looks like the kind of person that dresses way too fancy to be in this part of town, except that he's been spending way too much time in this part of town to the point where he's the well-dressed guy at the bar, like the one exception that sits down, usually gambles all of his money away, so that's why people have let it slide and not chosen to rob him. But he also has that sort of weird oddness to him, like he's in an environment that he shouldn't be in. He looks like a man that could be at home in the upper cities, in the fucking in the firmament. Like, he looks like a person that you would not expect to be finding in the lower city or in the grotto, except he's spending all his fucking time here. So there is definitely that inkling of this person's attire and this person's locations do not match. And there's something odd and unsettling about that.
Nice. He's slumming it.
Yeah. Which does beg the question of why, but then again, he is a mysterious person delving into darker arts of the summoning spectrum, which usually it's not the same, not the kind of thing you want to be found doing back home. It's one of those, you don't shit where you eat. And thus, he has chosen to shit with the party rather than in his hometown.
All right. Nice. And Riot.
Yeah, Ryad is still attached to an emblem as part of his military uniform of once gone a nation or kingdom. It's kind of his only position that traces back to his oath-sworn service.
Nice. I'm gonna get you guys in here, read this handout for you. Everybody should see this, right?
Yeah, see.
Yep.
Alrighty. Last time on Demon Gauge. Let me change this music up now.
That's fine. And just to confirm, sometimes you have the Roll20 chats showing in the videos, sometimes you don't. Are we having the Roll20 chat showing in this one, just for the sake of whispers to GM?
Yeah. Oh. Hopefully. Huh. Interesting. I'm just gonna have to get another monitor. That's it.
Goodness.
I mean, that's the excuse, you know? Write it off on my
Yep.
taxes. Last time on Demon Gate Beyond the Shadow. The group took one of their prisoners, the Blood-Dark Barbarian, and decided to sell him into slavery. Before they left, they ran into an old stranger, a spellcaster by the looks of it, called himself Midas. Midas, being new to the city, seemed interested in possible employment to get things started in Dark Rest. It wasn't an easy place to find allies. They took their prisoner, one who, just a day earlier, had tried to extort the Pleasure House for a weekly supply of coin. The group said they worked for the Valkyr, and they expected money each week for their protection. Well, that ended up being a foolish venture, since the group made them well aware that they had plenty of protection already. So they took the Blood-Dark away and sold him into slavery in the iron market. They met with a higher-level merchant in the market of Mentep named Gaelic. They ended up negotiating a pretty large sum of coin. However, only if they did a job for Gaelic. He needed some information. He was quite interested in finding out about some new shipments coming in on some unmarked ships coming into Emerald Bay. These shipments were being offloaded in a specific warehouse somewhere and transported in secret. Gaelic wanted to know why and what was in the shipment that was so important. He didn't know much, but he did know it was ending up being taken to a business near the Traveler's Fire, a place called the Lakey Boot, a tavern that they often visited and knew the bartender quite well. The orc, Gordak, seemed like a nice fellow. This seemed quite a secretive task for mere meat or ale transport. So tonight, hopefully we find out what that's all about. The first scene, you guys were going back, actually, since we don't have the bog crawl.
We can go ahead and just begin on the scouting mission, I suppose, then, rather than...
Yeah, I do know, Midas, you wanted to be involved in that fight as well, in the...
Yeah, he was more or less just accompanying his new boss around to learn things rather than wanting to particularly engage in the fight. So whatever happened with the group, you just follow along.
Okay. So let's say that maybe when you guys go back to, the Traveler's Fire or whatnot, the bog crow ends up missing for whatever reason. He leaves, and nobody can
be
find
that
him.
just right after his surgery, so he might be like tired or something, in pain from the like searing liquid that was just poured into his eye, so he might be resting.
That's a good point. Yeah, we can go with
Definitely
that.
feels like an operation you would want to sleep on.
Yeah. All right. So maybe the pit fight is put on hold, and he's passed out. maybe got some alcohol to soothe the pain or whatnot. And so we'll start the scene, I guess,
And
back
an
at the Traveler's
expensive
Fire.
amount of supply.
Yeah, let's start the scene back at the Traveler's Fire. And you guys can take it away. This is the wrong scene.
Well, seems to me like we have one clear avenue of gathering the intel, and that is have an imp trail my associates at docks, see if anyone follows them. If they do, trail them to wherever the shipment is heading. If they don't get followed, then simply go on the intel that we get supplied by our dock worker contact.
Works
Sounds
fine.
good.
We don't really have any need to face or fight over whatever the cargo might be. After all, the merchant was simply paying us for information. So I say, let's gather some.
Oh, right. I want to speak to my. I remember, like, above game, I want to speak to my associate, my contact, my brewer, who works at the Leaky Boot, because she might also know what's going on.
Very good idea. I'm going to be meeting later tonight with my Bockrel friend from the docks. He is a bit more simple, so the intelligence I can rely on is also going to be of a more simple variety. So if you can gather something more actionable, would do us good to compare notes.
And
I-
just a question. Oh, I
No,
apologize.
no,
Go ahead.
please, go ahead.
So I cannot remember the specifics of his request. Was this a new shipment or was this a continuous shipment?
I believe this was a continuous shipment, wasn't it?
I feel like that's true, but I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, no. New shipments coming in on unmarked vessels.
Okay, then we can't check.
Yeah. And
currently.
dubious harbor masters believing that it's worth up to 7 gold in coin, which I find highly marked up.
Unless the shipment truly is valuable. Usually for these type of things, I would assume about a 50% raise in value on shipment to information, but that's only me.
Fair enough. I suppose it does bear to consider that if it is in fact a valuable shipment, then there likely is a party that is working specifically in order to have this information hidden. After all, the contact at the docks, the other guy with the eye patch, the human, he did mention that somebody else was paying him to keep quiet.
I was about to say, you mentioned that last time, as well as the fact of if there's someone who's trying to keep this quiet, there's probably a lot more people who are interested in this than we have business sticking our fingers into.
Yeah,
Which
like
is why we should avoid trying to steal to any product. If it's something particularly expensive, maybe 1 barrel or so, but nothing more than that.
And
yeah,
we can probably assume by this point that whoever's doing the shipment or paying for the information to be concealed may be tipped off, given the trade with the dock worker didn't go appropriately.
Correct.
true.
But then again, they wouldn't really be too curious as to why a shadow elf would be looking into this. After all, the Leaky Boot is in Valkyr territory. And our
Yep.
good friend Virian might not be part of the Valkyr, but he certainly does look the part. Or
I
not the
feel
Valkyr, but the Unheard.
Yes, I feel like when it comes to the Valkyr, there also is a good likelihood that whatever happened here a few nights ago might start to rustle up some trouble. So that's definitely something we should keep an open ear and eye for. Especially if people start asking the wrong kind of questions. or insinuating that things happened here, which definitely did not.
Go ahead and summon your imp. Or at least try to.
Yes. Well, I still have the room with the circle. So if anyone has anything else to add, feel free to do so now. But if not, I will go ahead and summon the Shadow Imp.
Make sure it does not cause trouble by hiding expensive things in my establishment. Imps are particular.
Impish.
Yes.
If you wouldn't mind, would you mind if I could watch the ceremony of you summoning the imp?
Sure, be my guest if that is something that piques your curiosity. As far as valuables go, I believe I will impress upon the imp the nature and the value of the things he's supposed to be spying on. So if he's ever stealing anything, it's going to be from our competition.
Ah, that's right, Isaac. Are you doing alchemy tonight?
Don't have any supplies on me. I was going to be... It pains me to great extents to say this, but you should probably follow me and see if we can meet my friends.
I'd be delighted. And you said you would never introduce me.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly planning on doing that, but, you know, circumstances. I'm not the greatest
I
talker.
do love circumstances.
I will probably end up being rather unconvincing compared to you. I'll just be there to ease her wariness.
If the master leaves, I will follow.
I will stay here and watch the summoning. It seems interesting. See if I can
You guys should probably be fine, but yeah, let's... Isaac's going to, like, before that, he's going to just take a look at outside. What time of day is it, Rogue?
Let's see. You guys, everything took place last time in one day. It's probably getting closer to nightfall, I would say.
Isaac's gonna, like, squint a little bit and throw up his hood and, like, kind of loosen his, his sleeve so that it falls a little bit more over his hands. Come now, let's go. Prefer not to waste daylight.
Good luck.
And he'll head out to the Leaky Boot.
Who's all going to the Leaky Boot?
I think Isaac, Artemide, and Riyadh.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. When your imps die, are they bodies, or do they disappear into like some magic smoke or something?
Correct term. They simply return to their plane of origin.
Ah, that's all I want to ask. Thank you.
The Shadow Imp in particular.
And you're conjuring this one? Or just... summoning? Summoning would be short.
Yeah, Viren would be trying to conjure this one using the circle that we have established in that room. It didn't get used last time because we had the fight with the Valkyr collectors before it got summoned. But I think Viren would go to that room and start to prepare the rite. And we have settled that as a level 2 summoner, he would be able to keep the imp for 2 hours, right? Provided that he summoned it, of course.
Yeah, that's cool.
The feature of conjuring, that should be how it works.
Alright, so yeah, in that case, he will deduct 15 mana that it takes for it to actually summon the Shadow Imp, and the circle magic is 19, and his conjuring skill check is a 7. So wherever that gets him.
Alright. So, out of the black smoke, Is there any offering left for it or anything like that? Or you just want to do a straight?
I think Virion would probably leave him like, let's see. I'm just checking in his inventory to see if there is anything that he
Things
would
just
have.
love shiny coins, to be honest. Like,
I mean, the thing that makes the most sense is to just give him a couple of silver. I'm gonna say probably he will give out like 3 silver coins inside of the summoning circle when he summons them, so that the imp already comes in and there's like 3 coins in the circle with him, so that he doesn't have to reach for it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, out of the smoke, you can see this small creature appear. Its eyes first, and then you can see its form take shape, and it looks around curiously. Like, it's got its back to you guys at first, before it turns around. And then it says, "Oh, what is it you seek?"
I offer payment, and I require a subtle spy. One that can fly through shadows unseen and scout what needs to be scouted. If danger rears its ugly head, I permit you to use this crossbow of mine and these bolts if you need to defend yourself. But should everything go according to plan, your task is simply to spy on our enemies and find out what they transport in the barrels of the shipment that is about to be passing through the slums tonight. And these 3 silver coins, you can consider them your tribute for the task.
It says, of course, master. And he picks up the coins. Will you let me free then? And he looks at the edge of the magic circle, waiting for you
For
to, like,
this
cut
for
it
this
open.
night, for the next 2 hours, yes, you do have freedom to glide within the walls of the grotto. But keep in mind that your target is the shipment that is about to be going on tonight. They are to transport this from the docks to the tavern known by the Leaky Boot. We do not need to abscond with the contents. Simply, your task is let me know what it is that they are transporting in those barrels. You give me that information, you earn yourself future summons and future tributes.
Oh. Excellent then, sire. And he bows.
Also, out of curiosity, is there like a willpower or something that needs to be rolled on account of Viren summoning him? Or has that already been countered by the circle magic roll?
It's taken in by the conjuring roll.
Gotcha.
You offered him a crossbow, did you say?
Viren would have given him the crossbow and the bolt that he taken from the Skaven, or rather the Ratkin. He basically gives him the crossbow and the bolt just so that he has the means to defend himself, but he tells him that he's supposed to be unseen. So like if he can stealth away, like the crossbow is there if he gets into trouble, just so he has a means of defending himself for the next 2 hours.
Excellent. He picks it up. If that was left in the circle as well.
Yeah, he would have given him the crossbow with the instruction of you're not go there to snipe people in the shadows, you're there to find out what's in the barrels, but if shit gets wild, you know, I want you to have a weapon to defend yourself.
Of course, there. Anything you need. And then he giggles and takes the crossbow. Midas, what do you do?
Wow, that is quite interesting. Do you have to give your summon material items every time? Money or the like?
It is customary and it is considered good etiquette when it comes to the summoners. There are those that simply bind and enslave those they summon, but I found this to be quite barbaric in my eyes. The way I see it, I require a task, I assign a value to the task, and I ensure that the one that I summon for the task is compensated adequately. That way, when they come back, and they keep coming back, we can build a rapport rather than form some sort of antagonistic bond.
See, what a great master you are.
Yes, in fact, my good imp, is there a name by which I can call you, besides that of your species, of course?
Oh, my name. And he acts kind of dumb at this for a second, and puts his hand on his chin. And he says, "Oh, I haven't spoken it in so long." He goes to the edge of the circle. Says,
I'm,
Maybe.
of course, not forcing you. I'm simply asking, humbly asking. I would love to know what great and powerful entity I have summoned from beyond the planes of existence to do my bidding. It is alright if you do not wish to divulge. I understand that secrecy is paramount in the Shadow Realms, and I would definitely not wish to offend such great being as yourself. But if this is to be a continuing partnership, there are more coins in my pouch that I would be willing to part with. And I do believe that the first step to any conversation is a proper introduction. If you were curious, my name is Virion Valerius Pax Deorum. I would very much be obliged if you gave me the honor of telling me your name in return.
I can't seem to think of it right now, Master. But, that is a nice name that you have there.
You know what? We have 2 whole hours to spend in this new plane of existence for yourself. If you feel it in your heart, and if the task I assigned you goes well enough, feel free to share your name later. I'm not here to make any rash demands of the one that I have summoned, and after all, it is you who so graciously answered these summons. So, the initiative is yours. If you wish to share your name, share it. If you wish to keep it for yourself, perhaps we will discuss it another night.
Of course, sire.
I just hope that you remembered that you were treated kindly tonight, and you were paid adequately for your services.
Says most adequately. Now, will you let me free?
Yes, you are now free. These are the descriptions of the barrels, these are the locations of the establishments that will be receiving them tonight, and I will drag your attention to the map where I will point out these locations to you. You may hide and glide through the evening as you wish. After the hour or so is up, I expect you to come back here to the Traveler's Fire and report to me whatever you might have discovered in that time.
He walks out of the circle after you break it, and he looks over at the map curiously as he kind of waves around the crossbow that you gave him. Happily.
I will point out the fact that as far as his mission is concerned, the only thing that we are curious about is the contents of these barrels. He doesn't need to engage in combat with anyone. He ideally should be keeping to the shadows and not be seen. So Viren will instruct him to just conceal himself, scout out what's in the barrels, report back. Nothing too dangerous for itself.
Of course. He looks at the map and then He flies up to the window.
Well,
See you again, Varian.
Bid you goodbye and good luck in your task. In the meantime, I suppose I have my contact to meet. And with that, Viren will slowly exit the Traveler's Fire and go to wherever he told Zug to meet him.
I shall follow up. I'm just curious about a few things, if you don't mind me asking some questions about that summon.
Of course, ask away.
So, it seems that you summon the same being every time, and I'm curious, can that being retrieve things from this world and then go back to its dimension and then come back with the item that has been retrieved?
Why, a curious question. And in fact, the answer to that would be a resounding yes. Things can be moved between the realms by the summoners. It is often underappreciated asset, but it could be a two-way street. After all, if I give a couple of silver tonight, I might receive something in the shadow realms that would be otherwise unobtainable on this plane of existence.
I would suggest that maybe you give him a map of this city if you plan here to be a while, so he may learn it in his
Which is
dimension.
why I have chosen to do so right now, at least for the grotto and the immediate surroundings that he's about to be scouting us.
So, it seems like there's a time limit. Once the timer runs out, he just disappears? Is that right?
Yes, at the moment, merely 2 hours, which is why I've made sure to do this in the evening, while the transactions are likely to be taking place. It is also advantageous because, as you might imagine, a shadow imp is rather well suited to the shadows.
Yes.
The night and the cover of the night is giving him a bit of a supernatural edge when it comes to hiding itself.
You have quite the cunning tool, I would say. Many opportunities to use that for subterfuge.
True, there are in fact even possibilities for assassination. In fact, I don't think you have noticed this, my friend Midas, but the Shadow Imp has been aiming at the nape of your neck with the crossbow for the past minute. I'm pretty sure if he wanted to, he could have taken you out.
Oh, well, I would ask that you do not let him shoot me.
Of course, I would not do that to a valuable ally such as yourself. I'm just pointing out that even imps have these types of potentials, if they are nurtured correctly, of course.
Well, those are all the questions I have about the imp. I appreciate you answering them. Let's get on with the meeting.
Yes, in fact, Isaac, Adramid, if you are both heading over to talk to Isaac's contact, would you mind
They probably would have already left by now since you were doing the summoning.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
In that case, he would be looking specifically for Riot, and he would be asking...
Who is also gone.
Oh, gotcha. So it's just Midas and Varian then.
Yeah, you guys, fundamentally, you guys have been, like, in that room for several hours now.
He's been watching the whole thing. He's like, wow, this is very interesting. It's hour 7, still interesting.
Are you just looking for somebody with physical might, or what is your main goal that you're looking for somebody for?
That wouldn't have actually taken several hours. Did he have the circle up already?
The circle was already there, yes.
Okay, it looks like he improved the circle a bit, and then so the circle would be done. It wouldn't have taken too long, but they'd have already been at the tavern by now. So I'm gonna move you guys over to the tavern scene, and then Midas and him can catch up. Midas and Varian can catch up, like, after a few rounds, we'll say.
I mean, maybe our conversation doesn't even go that long. We just meet them back in the Traveler's Fire.
Yeah, that's true too.
Who knows?
There was some other business though too that Varian had in the tavern as well. So Might catch up. Who knows?
Was it in the tavern or the random alley where he was meeting?
Was it an alley?
I thought he was meeting him at the dock, right? Oh no, that's right. The fucking alley that's like 2 streets away from
That's right.
the street we're on.
That's the alley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
He probably was just looking for. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you guys walk on into the tavern. The usual suspects, the usual commoners, the usual drinkers that are in there every night. Barmaids and bards. There's a couple of bards playing. A couple of dancers as well. Some
Talk
prostitutes on the
about a
stairs.
consistent form of income, I suppose.
There is I'm gonna say there is a prostitute on the stairs here.
On the what?
On the stairs.
Stairs?
Yeah.
Where's the stairs?
Probably beckoning people upward.
Yeah, it looks like she's waiting for a customer. I'll bring her out in just a second. But what do you guys do when you walk into the tavern here?
Isaac is gonna go ahead and look for his friends.
Does Automede recognize the prostitute near the stairs? As somebody who keeps an eye on this sort of thing around town. Are they newer? Are they someone who's worked at the Leaky Boot a long time?
You've actually never seen her.
Automede's gonna take note of that for later. Of course, she's more excited to meet the friends that Isaac has continually prohibited her from meeting.
There is an aggrieved expression on Isaac's face as he walks in.
Automede is beaming.
So Isaac is going to look around for his friend, coincidentally sharing a similar last name because Darkrest is the name that orphans take. He will look for the brewer, Rachel Darkrest. Maybe she's in, maybe she isn't.
Alright. Let's go ahead and roll a D100 on it. Hey. She frequents this place? What race
Yeah,
is
she's
she?
the brewer. Human.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We have to...
I don't think we ever made a token, but that's probably more my fault for not giving you a lot of details on it.
Oh, that's alright. I was just
It's like he
checking
has
to
like
see,
hundreds of things.
seeing if
Meanwhile,
That's
I
something.
accidentally give too many details and too many tokens. So that's hard to keep track of everything and who's who.
No, I
Hey,
have
the more
Riot's
tokens, yeah, the more tokens you give to rogues, the larger his library is for the future.
That's fair.
People yelling at me online. How can you not draw all your tokens? How dare you use AI? Oh, I gotta find images.
Rogue
wherever I
does a
can.
fair amount of drawing. It's just... It's making the drawing and also the books at the same time.
Yeah, there's
Hey.
a lot. Alright, we got one. She is indeed here. We'll say she is behind the bar at the moment with Gordon.
Ah, wonderful.
What's her name?
Isaac will... Rachel. Me when I go through the random name generator for female names several months ago.
Oh, did you not already have the... I thought you already had the names set up for this person, actually.
Yeah, I did, like I said, several months ago.
Oh, okay.
When I first rolled the character, I was like,
I remember it
names,
being
that thing I'm
discussed.
terrible at.
Boris watches you guys walk in with the usual nonchalant nod, and
Automede also clocks the men tap when walking in as well. That was not there last time.
Who's Scarface on the table over here?
That's the stairs. That's the new prostitute.
Oh,
Yeah, she has a
That's-
scar across her cheek.
interesting. That. She's not gonna get a lot of. Well, maybe she will.
Indeed, interesting, which is the reason why I'll likely be talking to them later.
Isaac's gonna take his time, walking.
Artemis
almost
is
like,
also gonna take their time, just walking
Like a-
right behind.
almost like a funeral procession. He'll take his usual spot at the bar, and he'll. Hey, Rachel, how have you been recently? I didn't see you the last time I was here.
She turns around surprised, and she says, "Oh, hello, Isaac. How have you been?"
Oh, you know, doctoring and all of that.
Oh my, Isaac, I didn't know that you had such attractive friends.
She smirks.
You probably can tell who this is by now, but Rachel, this is Artemis, my employer that I've chatted about before. And Artemis, this is Rachel, my friend, the brewer.
She just does a wave with a little bit of a flicker to the fingers. I would normally say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but in this instance, I think anybody beholding you would be able to tell that you're quite the beautiful girl. So, have you flirted with him yet?
She blows a strand of hair out of her face. She says, "Yes, I must look so pretty with all of this mire from below in the basement. I've been working."
Girl,
in."
if you look that pretty now, imagine how much prettier you'll be when you clean up. Please. We've got probably an available bath within the Traveler's Fire, if you so desire. You can go ahead and take one free on me.
The pleasure house.
I'm not trying to employ you or anything, it's merely a kind offer. After all, a girl's gotta keep her looks.
She looks kind of shy. Says, "I don't think I've ever stepped foot in there."
For shame, you do know that there's other forms of pleasure other than the physical kind, yes? I mean, you have bards within this establishment.
Seems like she thinks about it for a second. She says, "I suppose you're right."
I usually am, but that's a matter of having lived longer.
Isaac is like a gagging next, just like his head turns like ah.
As you can see, Isaac here has brought me along because he is a little bit lacking in the social department. Honestly, it's the reason why he hasn't managed to get, you know, a partner despite his, how to say, charming demeanor.
Right, yeah, that's the reason why. Fucking bitch.
But yes, go ahead. Isaac, what were we about again? I got lost in her eyes for a moment, and, you know, the thoughts fluttered from my mind.
Well, you've been harassing me about meeting her for oh so long now, so I thought, well, you could say I finally crumbled and decided, why not? What's the worst that could happen? And here we are.
And we are here. Now, I won't ask you to tell me every single thing about Isaac in front of him, but perhaps behind his back later. Perhaps some embarrassing moments.
I would prefer if you didn't.
Oh, so he does have them.
Oh yeah, as if you don't.
No, I do not. I usually
Right.
aim up to it.
Right, like how you almost fumbled maybe a couple days ago.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a fumble.
Uh-huh, sure.
I was in disarray after the table. However... Otterbean sort of sighs for the first time, not having the most pleasant expression on their face, but then resumes to have that same smile.
I wasn't even talking about the table or what happened, but besides that, anything new happening recently, Rachel? Interesting stuff, difficulties.
She looks like she thinks for a second, and she's like, "Oh, not really. Just everyday work. A lot of work.
And how has work been?
It's been a lot." Gordak slides over after talking to some Northmen down at the bar, and he says, "And fine work you do, lass. Would you like any drinks?"
I would absolutely adore one, Gordak.
Wine or ale?
Let's go with ale today. Do you have anything with honey inside?
Oh, you want some mead?
Yes, please.
Isaac, for you.
I think for tonight I might just have to rock with water, unfortunately.
Artemide rolls her eyes. Mead for him as well.
He looks past you guys all the way across the inn to Ryad, and he says, "And for your man there."
The Ryad will like hold out his palm.
Mead for him after we're done talking and socializing. She sort of leans in and says.
He nods, smiles a big toothy grin, goes over to fetch some stuff.
You can't call it work if you haven't had at least one drink.
I suppose that's where we differ. Well, no, we differ on a lot of things.
If you haven't had one drink, I would not call it work, but rather torture. But here we are. What about you, Rachel, dear? Have you had a drink for your shift? You seem like, after all, I've heard that you might be a brewer. It seems like you might have a stronger liver than most. Surely you could have a drink yourself.
She says, I haven't had much of an appetite, really.
Oh?
You notice Gordak, shoots her a look, and he just kind of shrugs. She says, maybe I'm not feeling well.
And you didn't decide to come and ask me for, a checkup? The thing that I... Come on, Rachel.
Well,
that seems like something nice you should do for your friend, yes. A checkup. I'm sure Gordak won't miss her for just a few minutes while that happens. After all, the health and safety of the employee is the health and safety of the customer, and if you're relying on a constant and consistent customer base, well, you wouldn't want any of them to get ill.
I guess. I come over to the pleasure house on my break.
You could do it wherever you feel comfortable.
We could go up into my room for 10-15 minutes.
Oh my, Isaac, you do have social ability after all. I'm so proud of you.
Artemide, your neck is so nice and soft. I wish I could strangle it right now, but I'll resist the urge. If you could keep your fucking mouth shut.
You know, I would be worried if your fingers weren't so delicate and beautiful.
Unnatural fucking... Ugh.
Ryad, you doing anything while you're in the tavern there?
He's always just standing on guard. Whenever Artemide goes to the leaky boot, he takes his place next to the door and watches for, particularly for rats, during these times.
Well, Rachel, when would your next break be?
Gordak is like, you could take it now if you like. And, she says, alright. I suppose now will be fine.
You are as wonderful as always. Thank you for your compassion.
This hopefully shouldn't take long.
I would hope not. Well, never mind. I will refrain from a comment on your stamina. After all, that would implicate Rachel in something I'm not sure she'd be comfortable in being implicated with.
Do you always keep your head so full of dirty thoughts, Ardmead?
I don't keep it filled with dirty thoughts. I'm just quick-witted.
Sure.
Oh, what is Rachel's attitude towards you?
Ally disposition, affectionate.
Oh, okay. Perfect then.
They're very close.
So then she smiles at that, but doesn't say anything. Maybe looks away shyly.
Let's be off, shall we? And Isaac will get off and head. Not get off, get up and head to his room.
Heyo.
And you said I was the one with dirty thoughts. Please, Isaac, you're practically begging me. I wouldn't mind if you did.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. Hey, he's going to, beginning heading to the stairs. He will give Scarface a bit of a strange look as he walks past her.
Autumnmead will go ahead and take the drinks, and then, looking at Ryat, look at Gorak again. He might want his a little bit later. And she would go ahead and hold Isaac's for him as they traveled up the stairs. Artemide does again want to talk to this person over here in a little bit, is definitely eyeing them, but is wanting to take care of this conversation first.
Alright. Let's see here. Ryad, can you make a percentile roll?
Yep.
320.
He always hits it.
And go ahead and make a perception check.
Yep.
Wolf!
The repeat of Takeshi, I see.
If there was something going on, he misses it. Let's go back over to Virion and Midas. What are you guys doing after you leave?
Midas would just be going to meet the others to figure out all the information, really.
I think Varen probably heads to whatever spot he arranged with Zug to meet him at. Basically just hang around the street that he told Zug to be at to give him the intel on what they're transporting, just on the odd chance that he might show up.
I'll let you pick the spot where you're gonna meet him. Like, you can go down and move your token to wherever you want to meet him, because this is a big part of this section of the city right here on this map. So Midas, you can follow him if you want to, or you can go
A little
into
bit
the
away
tavern.
from.
I think he'll go to the tavern to meet the rest of the group and see what they're doing.
Alright. And as well, can Midas and Virion give me a D100 roll?
Of course. Ready to see me get a 1?
Be the first one.
Oh, 67. 92.
92?
Right,
I'll
cool.
take.
You guys go ahead and make your way to wherever location you want to be at. And which scene you guys want to do first? Artemide or Isaac and Rachel?
Artemide is going just with Isaac and Rachel, mostly because of the Isaac is not necessarily good at. Well, she'll look at Isaac and like raise an eyebrow, as in, do you wish for me to join you? Just because you aren't confident in being able to. Like, the whole reason she went was to peel secrets away as needed. When she looks at Isaac, it's basically, would you like me to join you?
He will nod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very easy to simply make the excuse of, Well, it's to keep 2 people in the room just to make sure the doctor doesn't get handsy.
I think Ryan would get distracted talking to the person on the stairs then.
Oh, over.
That's the not one justification there.
Okay.
You want to talk to the prostitute?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys all go up the stairs, the prostitute kind of just seems like she nods to you as you walk by, kind of shyly maybe, and then.
Does it look like she might know me?
It's possible, but it's hard to tell. Maybe do either perception or a charisma check. Charisma in the way that you can read somebody's...
Another person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perception, same difference. And also make a fame check with -10 on it.
Oh, wow. That is quite low. Fame check with a -10. Understood.
Look at that. You got 2d10 and a d6 on there, don't you?
Yeah, and it's just straight up 5.
1, 2, 1.
Like, I almost want to spend Frenzy on the social pool. Like, I might as well. You know what? Artemide is not the kind of person to be willing to let that slide. I'm gonna... That's much better. And then I have to
Ooh.
re-roll because I believe that's exploding.
We can just add it to it. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. There we go. I could not stand such a low roll when I have already such investment. That's 15, 21, 26 on the charisma.
Wait, you rolled 3d6?
Yes.
Are you only supposed to get a d6?
So that's the... I'm using my social pool.
Oh, did you use all of it? That would be 3 frenzy.
Yeah. And technically I have the one from the stone. So
Okay.
I'm actually supposed to be at 1. I just never added the one from the stone.
Okay, so 2 frenzy that would be, and then the stone's a free one.
Yeah.
Did you want to do that,
Alright.
or you don't have to? Like if you didn't know. Did you want to use all of that?
I already rolled it. I'm just gonna go ahead and spend it. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
I'll get some more from a gift roll later. It's fine.
I mean, definitely came in handy. But what would that look like? How would you like boost yourself to get that to gain that information?
Artemide was very interested in the conversation of Isaac and Rachel and the 2 of them, and as they were passing by, she sort of looked at the prostitute looked away, and then something clicks in Artemide's head that makes a double take of, if you're in this line of work, you're not embarrassed usually, unless you're very, very new, and you might be forced into this position. That is not what they do. So Artemide does a double take and like actually takes a secondary look that is analyzing rather than a cursory glance.
Yeah.
And you said to roll a D100 -10.
-10, correct.
For fame, I do have some reputation from my scribe. That's been happening. Do I have any other... Oh, I don't think I would need to add any other additives, right? Or subtractions. I'm not sure what would add or subtract in this instance.
No, go ahead.
No? Okay. 22.
What is your fame right now?
0.
If I count the recent scribe, it would be at the next tier up, and I believe the next tier up is 20. And then I would have any bonuses according to whatever profession I'd be in, or according to the profession that I am in.
Let's see.
Oh, that's my con. I'm in this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here.
32 minus 10. You're 2 away. So the look of recognition is, or it doesn't look like recognition, and you can tell this with the way you like look back at her, and you spent your social points, right? She seems to definitely be shy, but and she also looks towards somebody, which you're able to follow her eyes and recognize that she's looking at this orc over here by the door, and the orc is kind of just standing there leaning up against a wall talking to some other orc.
This one? Or wait, no, this one.
This one, yeah.
That's a fucking orc?
Yeah, it
Does
is.
she have a collar of some kind?
She doesn't have a collar, but she could
Or
very
brand.
possibly be a slave, yeah. You're pretty sure that you do see a brand or something kind of hiding underneath one of her leather pieces of clothing.
Artemide's gonna clock Ryad, beginning to talk to the prostitute, and realizes that, at least for the moment, she won't be taken unless Ryad decides to, and will continue along with Isaac and Rachel.
Cool.
I was 2 off from being recognized, darn.
Alright, Ryad, what are you doing?
Yeah, he would approach not as a customer, but as a guard, and ask, "Do you fear in your line of work?"
He looked you over. Can you make an allure check?
No.
I'm scared. That's higher than your perception.
Crazy.
She says, she smiles and
Oh my gosh, that's insane, Rogue. Are you kidding me?
she smiles and she says, it seems like she like wipes her fear away and says, no, not at all, love. Do you, are you interested in some time together?
And I am on duty right now. I come to you with potentially an offer. The streets are not kind to those without association. I work for the Traveler's Fire across the street.
Oh. Yes. It seems like quite a lovely establishment. I'm afraid that I already have an employer. And she looks over your shoulder towards the orc, who still isn't looking at her. He seems laughing and spilling ale.
He wouldn't follow her gaze, but I think he would have noticed the orc while guarding, while Artemide was at the bar. So kind of piece together what's going on.
Yeah.
If you are dissatisfied with your current employment, I can put in a word with the master of the Traveler's Fire. As long as you're willing to work, we can propose a trade with your employer.
She looks over again your shoulder, and then she seems like she gets closer to you, like very close, and goes to put her arms around your shoulders. Would you let her?
Yeah, he would.
Yeah. And then she says, you can smell her perfume. She's heavily perfumed, and she would be pretty, maybe, without that scar. And she says, I would love to, but I'm kind of in a binding contract with my employer. He owns me, you see. And I work wherever he wishes me to.
And then we simply approach your master with a trade of product rather than a trade of personnel.
Midas,
That
are you
which
there?
can be owned at the price.
Sorry, go ahead.
That'd be what he says.
Okay. Midas, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You come in at about that time, noticing the orcs drinking over here in the corner. Boris, the bouncer, nods to you, and then you see Ryad with a strange girl, her arms around his neck. What do you do when you get in here?
Actually, I sent you a DM on roll 20. Instead of going to the tavern, he would go to the market where they were previously. That's fine.
Ah. Okay. Nice.
We don't
You
have
could
to
check that
necessarily
way.
role play if you don't want to, but that's kind of what he's doing. He's going there and buying this mentioned supplies.
That's a cool scene.
Especially given his his nice kind of look. So yeah, we could role play if you want.
Yeah. Have you found the prices for them in the book?
No, I'm not sure where the prices were, but I remember last session we got a one for pretty cheap, but I can't remember the exact price. So
Yeah, I think
not
it's
sure where that'd be in the book.
I think it's in the equipment section. Gear, and like you can look in there, and then you can purchase one, however you want to do it.
Sure.
We can skip over that part of the scene
Yeah.
because you didn't have any random encounters on the way there to the market.
Mhm.
So yeah, so we'll do that. So we'll say you went to the market instead.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Ryad. We go ahead and finish this one up then too. What was the last thing you mentioned to her?
Just that which can be owned has a price.
Can you make a charisma check?
No.
I mean,
Stop
fair.
asking Ryan to make checks not related to combat.
L.
Okay,
She
this time
says,
she wins.
She says,
I do have a social pool if I want to throw that in, but
I
Do
don't
you
know how
want
big
to?
the social pool can
What
be.
is your allure? Do you have any bonuses? Because you did make your allure check.
I have a 1 social modifier.
Okay. Do you want to throw it in right here?
33%
frenzy,
chance.
sure.
It would be 1 frenzy, and you'd get a D6, explosive D6.
Yeah, sure. I have 4 frenzy.
Target number 7.
33% chance. That's it. Holy shit, he hit it.
Matched the free.
It's a match roll with the allure.
What's your allure?
17. So is the 1 in social modifier.
Nice. Yeah, it's a match. She says, I mean, she gets like real serious. You know, she drops the facade and everything. And she says, are you saying you could free me? Kind of whispering it.
It can be discussed.
Like upstairs? Right now?
The one who passed by just now was the master.
She smiles and nods. And she says, then let it appear as if you have given me coin and you're following me upstairs. And she kisses you on the cheek, grabs your belt, and starts to like pull you upstairs.
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna go over to Virion. Meeting your contact.
It's roughly maybe like 2 streets away from the location they dwell in. He wouldn't put it too far away because, I mean, in case shit goes bad, he wants to be in a distance where he can run back home if need be.
Yeah. Alright. Virion was to meet. Last session, Virion had the ogre, the bog girl that he had met. Right, and if he had found out any information, he was to meet you here, yeah?
Yep. And he also instructed the imp to be shadowing the Backrol from the docks, hoping that while Zug himself isn't subtle enough to avoid detection, that's kind of what Virion was counting on, and he was thinking that whoever is going to be following the Backrol contact that he made, and whoever is going to be trying to keep this silent, well, the Shadow Imp can fucking, shadow them, rather than rely on the Backrol, who he rather quickly deduced is not the brains of any operation.
Old Zug comes sauntering around the corner. You can see he's got a mace on his belt that's pretty much like an old tree trunk. Made from an old tree trunk. And,
Well, my friend, I see you've made it here. So tell me, Zug, how was it at the docks? What have you learned?
Big B. He smiles and he says, not good, Big B. There are many shady people at the docks. They don't like Zug looking on the boats. Zug can't look on the boats without getting in big fights. But I think I know the warehouse where you talk about. All the shady people go there. Dirk no want me to go there either.
Warehouse, you say? Can you tell me where is it located?
Yes. Warehouse 6. I could take you there.
No need. I'll be able to follow it based on your description. That said, Zug, I want you to stay safe. Keep a watch over yourself, and if they follow you, well, just act like nothing's off, like nothing wrong is happening. That's all I ask. Pretend everything's normal. If everything goes correctly and I receive the information I wish by the end of tonight or tomorrow, then I will see you at the docks and you will have earned your gold coin.
Big V, are you in trouble?
Oh, no trouble. Just a little bit of business on the side. After all, I'm not here to delve into anyone's business too deeply. This is not a theft, this is not a murder, this is merely intelligence gathering. All above board fair play.
Dirk's smart. He keeps Zug out of trouble too.
I got that sense, which is why I'm counting on you, Zug, that you can make your way back to the docks and pretend that nothing's wrong. That's really all I need from you right now. If everything goes right, then this plan will have worked.
He smiles and gives you a thumbs up, and
Good one, Zug.
make a D100 roll. I just want to see something real quick. I try to keep most things random.
45.
All right. You see Zug turn around after the thumbs up, and he starts sauntering back down the alleyway. There's no sign of the Shadow Imp. And yeah, you don't really see any other signs of him being followed or anything. You can make a perception check, though, if you would like.
Yeah, sure, I'll hazard a perception check with Varian's eyes.
Or if you want, if you have a skill that is better suited. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Varen is too much trusting in his own abilities to scout ahead and sneak about. That's why he summoned the imp. He just trusts that whatever the imp is doing, the imp knows better than him.
Yeah.
He just gave the relevant information to the imp. It's up to the imp to shadow the shipment if he can get close enough.
All right. We are going upstairs into a room. Let's see here. The bedroom. Oh, wait, I do want to do a scene with Midas real quick, because it's kind of interesting what Midas has got going on.
Sure.
And Midas needs some game time, too.
Oh, good.
Let's see here. Where can we do this? Oh, well, we can just... did you pick out a slave?
Yes, it says the cost is 2 to 10 gold, but I'm particularly looking for like a sickly dying one that would be,
Yeah.
it's like on the bargain bin,
Right.
And I'm acting like, oh, I want to heal, I want to, see if I can help people. And that's kind of the way he's going about it. So, is it possible I can get a lower price? I can even roll my bartering skill if that would help.
Make one more percentile check. We'll see if it's a possibility here.
Sure. 33.
Right. Go for a bartering check.
Thanks.
I will say, while you're in the iron market, you do notice that the guy that gave you the job and stuff like that. You notice where he's standing, and he's got his bodyguards with him as well. But you did pass by some homeless people on the way here as well. And I just wanted to offer that as a possibility if you...
Now, I'm not in this city, so I don't know how it'd be. Do you think Midas would think that he would be able to get? Actually, I guess he could just pay them. So he would offer, like, hey, I need somebody to practice some of my trade with. I'm a medical man myself. Could I offer you 4 silver to come back and assist me with something? I'm trying to new salve.
Let's see here. Just, how much coin do you have? You can tell he's shaking. He's got some, You're not sure if he's got a disease or whatnot, but he looks pretty jacked up, pretty sickly.
I don't have much coin, but how about this? I'll give you some. What's like a drug in the world that I know about? Like what kind of junkies would use or something like that?
Let's see here. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. You got some Black Lotus. You do
I
that.
imagine like a cheap one. So if Black Lotus is like a common thing that people would kind of use, then yeah, you'd say that. I can offer you some Black Lotus after my appointment and 4 silver, and I think that should do you well.
His eyes light up. He licks his lips.
Yeah, I give him a nice warm smile, like, oh, that's brilliant. I'm so glad we'll help each other out. Come with me. And he's going to lead him back to the summoning room that was used previously. All the while, just doing small talk, keeping him at ease.
All right.
Is he about to fucking gut someone? Inside the Traveler's Fire? That's crazy.
Hey, he's trying to do some doctoring stuff, That's what he's saying.
This guy. Give those doctors a bad name.
Wait, that might be the wrong page. Let's see. Yeah, this is the one. Move you guys over here real quick. Switching. Focus ping there. You do go back to the same chamber. Well, I don't know if you've explored. You haven't been here very long to be able to explore the whole establishment, really.
Yeah, he just kind of knows about this room because he just saw it. So he's like, "Oh, it's a magic circle. It kind of works for his needs."
When you get there to the door, though, and walk in, you notice. Actually, I'm gonna pull you guys down here because this is gonna happen before you even get upstairs. You notice that there is the bodyguard there. Zaskai is a male, right? A Batagi?
Oh, sorry, no, that's Makan. Makan is a woman. The name on the token's incorrect. It's actually Makan. I think we switched around the character sheet, moved around character sheets because we were editing some different stuff because the token wasn't popping up. Makan is...
Is that the one?
It's just yes, same one, but it should be named to Makan.
How do you spell it?
MAH-KAN.
Makan.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, you run into Makan. And Makan was the one that took care of the alchemists. I don't know if you were there for that. That was during the fight, actually.
Mm-hmm. Just a huge individual, fully armored. They seem to be of Atagi, particularly of usually the kind is nicknamed Goatmen, I believe.
Oh yeah, the Aravak.
The Aravak in particular. And usually they're pretty big, usually built for labor as well as sometimes for combat. They do seem to have experience as well. And Makan would be standing there. Currently, due to Ryad being out in bodyguard duties, Makan would be in charge of guarding the establishment.
Makan says, it's Midas, correct?
That's right.
Who is this?
This here is... he's helping me with some medical experiments. I'm using salves, seeing if they work well. He's I just plan to use this, the back room.
Has Artemide given you permission to do this?
It's assisting in our task tonight, so I don't imagine that there'd be any issue. I've already been back there today.
Perhaps I should accompany you then. I must
I wouldn't mind.
apologize.
Oh, no,
Midas.
that's fine.
What type of
And-
work do you do?
Me, I'm amazing. I getting my knowledge from all sorts of places.
You're making sure this one isn't sick. Is that it?
But currently, yes, that's the task.
And this is a lie, right? Out of character.
Yeah, this is a lie.
Okay, so make a charisma check, or if you have the deceive skill, you can throw that one in there too.
Yes, and let me see. I have cold-blooded as a trait. Let me see. I don't know if it affects this because it's not calming. It is persuading, I think it is. Let me check. Suffer to charisma or socials. However they. Yeah, so I'd suffer a -2.
Oh, you'd suffer a -2.
Yes. But could I use my driven?
Cold-blooded is a -2 to deception. I thought it was like a -2 to like speech and stuff.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I was looking at persuasion, not deception. But
yes,
I don't-
deception should be good on.
Is deception a base skill? Is that one I would have?
No, it would be one that was either from the character or one you would purchase. But yeah, no, I don't think your character would come with it.
I have speech. I don't know if that works for it.
No, if you do speech, you would
story
suffer the
weaving?
if you do speech, you can suffer the minus if you want to do that.
Sure, I'll do that. But then could I use driven? Once per session, I can call upon the straight to gain a plus 1d4 on a specific roll, benefiting their drive.
Okay, and then that'll be like after you fail too.
Sure.
Cool. If you fail.
Cross my fingers. Skill. 2. That's a 5.
I think you can also use your social pool in this check if you ended up wanting to do so.
Gotcha.
Character isn't made, so I'm giving him.
Should I just roll Makon's perception in this instance?
Oh, do you have
Makon
it?
doesn't
Yeah.
have any deceive. Yeah. Or Makon doesn't have a detect lies, it's just perception.
Yeah.
But the perception's decent.
Fucking right on.
Makon's a ranger. Ranger bounty hunter.
Malkan is going to. He's going to stop you there, and he says, "If it's something that you are doing here, don't do it in
She?
this establishment."
Yes, she.
Well, could I kind of I allude to a few silvers. I think I'd try and nod to my purse and say, "Is there any way that I could convince you otherwise? It's really nothing that would harm this establishment."
She says, "You're trying to bribe me now."
I'm trying to hire your services as a fellow coworker.
She says, "You should leave, Midas."
I should leave. You have a great day. And I think he's like, yeah, I can't get through here. So he's trying to leave, and I don't know if there's a place he. No, good.
Have something that we could do the Black Lotus together. I know of a place. I know of a place we could go.
You know of a place? Well, I didn't. I won't want somebody seeing us do it. Is it somewhere that we could do this alone? I have a reputation, you see.
Yes. It's just down the road here a ways. Down Red Alley. Not quite to the Plague District.
Well, let's take a look.
We could get some other medicines as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, if you know of a good place, lead the way.
You ever tried mud root? And then he keeps talking about shit as you guys like start walking down the.
And mine is like, he's like laughing at the Joe team when it's like, oh, I haven't. That sounds very good. He's just trying to really get into this guy's good side. And his normal smile that you see him, the nice fatherly guy, he still has that same smile. Well, clearly he's planning to murder this man.
That is awesome. All right, we're gonna go back over to the other scene as Midas leads this poor homeless fellow to his doom. Or salvation. Who knows? Maybe it's better than what he's got coming.
I thought she'd be like, I know a place. You just take him like downstairs twice.
He takes you over to the alley right outside.
It's like, oh, well, not that far at least.
Makon's just, you should leave. I should leave.
It's like, I understand.
The great, great mindset of merchants know when to stop pressing, like what you're trying to do. The person doesn't want to sell, you don't sell, you leave.
That was awesome.
I can't get over. I had to mute myself for that. You should leave. I should leave. It's you should go. I should go.
That's excellent. Okay. Does everybody have you here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
No, I'm black.
Oh, I gotta add you to the camera here.
F.
Oh, that's what the icon is. It's helping everybody see the scene.
Yeah,
Okay.
it gives you light.
Illumination.
It might be Define Party.
Oh well, I'm gonna bring Midas over for right now because I can't remember how to do it now.
It just appears in the room in the corner watching.
Fucking cock.
The cook chair. Yeah, exactly.
I'm conducting some research. Please don't mind me.
Virian, do you have sight in this scene?
Farah? Farah might have left to do something real quick.
Oh.
I mean, it works out.
Yeah.
So Isaac and Rachel went up first to the room, right? I believe.
Yep.
Adamir just sort of sits to the side as Isaac begins inspections.
He'd like
I think I can see it.
Oh, sweet. Welcome back, by the way. Were you just muted on your end?
Yes, that is exactly what happened. And I was like, why the hell can't anyone hear me? And then I was like, yep, it's because I'm muted.
The original sin of speaking over the internet, muting yourself. Yep. Isaac will gesture to his like very kind of poor room. Going inside, you can
How
see
does
little.
phrasing? So go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you'd see little to like no personal effects besides like there is what is it? Some of his alchemy supplies just kind of on the table. That a small like you know not very good table that he has. The window is covered by not like a curtain because this room wouldn't have one of those. He has let strung up pieces of cloth and covered the curtain for the most part.
Yeah. Nice.
Or not
How
covered the curtain, covered the window.
how to describe it? This room is so very you, Isaac,
Oh yeah, why is that?
because it's very sad and droopy.
Rachel pats Isaac on the shoulder.
If
I
I
mean,
didn't have
you
to
can't.
spend so much gold.
I mean, let's be honest. You can't disagree with what I've said, can you, Rachel? Kid, did you imagine this was how Isaac lived?
She's been here before.
Oh no, and you haven't done it yet.
Oh
I
my
don't.
God.
That's not the only thing I'm thinking of, Artemis. I have other things that I
You're
need to do.
disappointing the poor lass. Never mind.
More importantly, please have a seat on the bed. And he'll like pull his chair over to the bed and sit down and begin a checkup, see what's going on. He will purposely take his time with it to give Artmead more time to speak.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, he sits down on the bed and um, he seems a little like strangely uncomfortable.
Autumnmead would sit right next to her and sort of um, slowly move in closer and slowly cross the distance, or close the distance, as she speaks. Now, to be fair, Rachel, while I'm not necessarily a doctor, I have dealt with people experiencing illness. I do have people to take charge of. Have you particularly been around anything that might cause the illness? Or if anything's caused any measure of anxiety, it might also lead to illness or just bad feelings that are representative of such.
Oh, there's this smell emanating from downstairs. Just horrible. But that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, it's a bit moldy down there.
So you have to. Oh, so you have to go down there regularly just for. I mean, you're a brewer. You probably have to transfer alcohol down there. Is that correct, or is it just so bad that it flows up the stairs?
Oh, yes, I'm down there quite often. I work down there primarily most of the night.
Oh my! And having to go down there for that period of time. Um, Ottoman's gonna take out a little bit of perfume. Gonna spritz a bit on the wrist. Take a sniff. Here, you can borrow this for now. At the very least, the pleasant scent might, well, make the job a bit more pleasant. You can return it to me later when you come over for a bath.
Thank you so much.
No problem, though don't go using all of it. It is a bit expensive, I must admit.
Oh, this smells lovely.
Yes. Artemide is going to, um, just, again, sort of, Isaac, how's Isaac performing this checkup? What does this look like? So that I can describe what Artemide's doing.
he is checking her pulse, kind of like opening up her eyelid, looking inside, kind of, you know, grabbing her chin, opening her mouth, taking a look at it, doing a like breathe in, breathe out kind of thing while placing his hand on her back.
Automate's just going to go ahead. If you're doing it like that and it's more of a full body backup, there isn't really a massage skill or a something similar. Would seduction suffice for massage or helping someone relax via physical actions?
Hell yeah.
Fantastic.
And you get to roll
To be
seduction.
fair, Isaac would be asking questions just like normally. He probably will, but you're what is it? You're finding out some very important information. He will throw out if the damn he'll throw out a if the basement has been smelling strange. Around when did that start happening?
She seems uncomfortable at first, and then like she seems to like just melt under Artemis' hands. And
Yeah, she sort of like lets the perfume, like Artemide is just coated in wonderful smell. So as they get closer, that sort of becomes the air of this fruity scent as Artemide also begins to slowly massage into the shoulders, get the tension out, and Artemide will make her aware and just say, "Oh, let me go ahead and get that for you, dear. Having to do so much physical labor must be exhausting." Just that sort of muttering as she does so.
she's like dumbfounded, right? She's just like when you get a massage and you're just aching all over. She's like, she just is stupefied for a moment, and then she says, it comes back to her, and she says, I think maybe a week ago, perhaps. I'm not sure the exact time when it started.
That's right. But moving back on topic for a second, he'll say, "When did you?" Seeing Artemis mouth that was once again terror appears on Isaac's face, but just gets back to it and goes, "Sorry. When did you start feeling strange? Any particular activities? Maybe you were around someone who might have been coughing a lot, maybe sneezing, perhaps strange discoloration of their skin, smelled strangely."
Oh, by the gods. This isn't plague or something like that.
15 medicine check. From what Isaac has been doing so far, what has he seen?
You don't suspect plague, especially with the time and everything. It usually affects pretty quick, and you start getting black veins.
I was gonna say, like, plague is not like one of the things he was thinking of, but he's one of the interesting things he was thinking of is she's not pregnant, is she?
No, you don't suspect that.
Okay, cool. Because I was thinking of like the look that Gordak gave her. I was like, were they fucking maybe?
Isaac, no, you aren't brave enough to do something like that. How could you even suspect it?
He didn't say any of this out loud.
I know. I'm saying this out of character.
Fuck,
But in an
fucking
in-character
bitch.
voice.
This bitch.
She, I guess it's pretty difficult, but you did roll a 15 on medicines. So you're thinking maybe something she's inhaling down there. And that's as far as you've gotten from this at this point, maybe. Something related to something she's inhaling. And she says, oh, please do not share this information with my employer. You don't tell him I told you this, but he agreed to let some men store some barrels. He said it wasn't even in the same storage area. But it is adjacent, and I think maybe that smell might be coming from there.
Oh
Well,
my! Are these just regular shipments that income, or has only one come in and they've just been storing it for a while, and the scent would have been building up over that time? Or is it something that moves around in terms of scent?
Um, I've only just started to notice the scent. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, I'm not sure exactly of
that's
the date.
Oh, that's
fine,
dear.
but Rachel, would you do me a favor? And Isaac will bring out like a bit of a dirty cloth. Could you cough into this?
She looks worried, takes the cloth, and hacks into it. Um,
Isaac will go ahead and like take it. He'll look no black, no red, hopefully.
yeah, nothing is seen. And then, and with her physical features, you don't really. It's really hard to tell. All you can notice really is a little bit of swelling in the glands, and then a little bit of darkening under her eyes.
I suppose, are these shipments coming in normally and just at a steady rate, like once a week, and then it's just building up over that time?
Um, I think uh, maybe once every 2 weeks. But he was very
Ah,
adamant. Please do not tell Gortak. He was very adamant about keeping. Uh, don't tell Gordak. He was very adamant about keeping this quiet.
well, that's fine. It's about your health, dear.
Yeah,
Obviously, you can trust telling your doctor.
I was going to say this might actually be connected to that strange smell. It he's like got his finger on her like pulse on her
Oh
neck, and he'll just
dear,
say,
is it mold or something?
"It might be whatever it is down there might have gotten completely rotten. Breathing it in will eventually damage your lungs. You'll start coughing, becoming weaker. Sound a little bit familiar? You'll be a bit more tired.
He threatened to nod.
But it
You
isn't plague, correct?
no, it's not.
Okay.
Look, if it was one of the plagues, it would be far too late by now.
Oh,
Those was most people won't last like the week before they're done for.
Well,
Some people
that's
don't even
good at
last a
least.
day. No, this I wasn't looking for plague. Also, the signs of plague are very visible.
jump over to Riot. The girl leads you up into the room.
They know where they're going.
Nope.
There are several rooms up here. And the place is like, I think 3 stories actually. So she's not taking you to that exact room. But you can make a perception check and see if you can maybe hear Isaac and Artemide and Rachel talking or something. Or if you have the listening skill. You think you might hear them in this one door, behind this one door.
Oh no.
Ryan. How many
It would,
that one perception checks is that this session? 3?
No, it's
it's
two
all, it's
nat one
only gonna
perception
get
checks
worse the more
before.
money we get as a party.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You knock on the door and like speak through it. Permission to enter.
You hear a voice, a woman's voice. Hello? It sounds like Artemide. And then you hear a male voice. Could be Isaac. Who is it?
This is a good time to enter.
Door opens up. You see someone dressed in like clergy, an outfit, a human. And he
Oh
says,
no.
can I help you? And you can see a girl getting dressed on the bed.
Oh my gosh, it's an order of Cyan.
Father, why? You can't be doing that. That's against your religion.
It seems I've been mistaken.
Are you wearing any holy symbols or anything like that? Or
No, just armor.
okay.
All armor, I believe, is all stolen from the rats. So unless the rats are, we wearing that stuff? No.
He looks you over and he says, "Is there something that you need?"
I'm looking for a companion who lodges here.
The girl looks over and says, what is his name?"
Would you know an Isaac?
Yes. Yes. All the way down at the end of the hall. Isaac,
Damn it,
you've
that's
lived
such an Isaac room to be as well. Fuck. He would think all the way at the end of the hall.
there. So you do kind of find it through accident. And
Yeah,
you
he
tell
is
me.
appreciated, and then he like grabs the slave and like immediately starts walking off.
The free blackmail for if you ever meet that order of the Cyan member again. Depending on who their god is.
She
And then he
says,
would knock on the actual door. Permission to enter.
What's that? Riyadh? And Isaac will, like, kind of pause what he's doing, get up. Riyadh, is that you on the other side?
It is I.
Alright, you'll open up the door. I wasn't expecting you to come up here. More also find my room. Lucky guess?
Something like that. I have an inquiry for the master.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
I mean, come.
I suppose I could go out in the hall for a moment. Don't get it up to too much trouble, you two.
I don't plan on it, though. He's gonna, like, look back to Rachel. I
Autumn
might.
whisper into Rachel's ear, a little bit of trouble is okay.
she kind of laughs.
He's gonna close the door. I'm gonna probably need to speak to Gordak about this. If it's rot or something else that's enough to, begin to get people sick, I should probably take a look at it before it gets worse.
Um,
Uh,
uh,
in fact, I mean, he might be, for all intents and purposes, he might begin to be sick as well. Whatever this is that he's holding is going to harm you in the end. It would be he's done me a favor, kind of giving me a discount on the room, because of you. The least I can do is take a look at this to make sure it doesn't harm his establishment and make his guests sick, or perhaps ruin the food and the ale that he serves.
of course. Well, if you have to talk to him, you have to.
Having you there will obviously make things easier, especially. I know how much he he appreciates you. If he knows that you're getting sick because of it, I think he'll be a little bit more willing to let me see what's going on.
She nods.
Wonderful. Let me finish giving you a checkup, just to make sure there's nothing else. Now that Artemead is gone, this is going to sound weird. You haven't been getting up to any funny business that I need to check down below, right?
Her eyes get wide, and She says, "Oh no."
Okay, just making sure. I've gotten so used to having to check people for that sort of thing recently.
Can you make an allure check, Isaac?
Fail, 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 please.
Don't worry, you always succeed against Artemis.
I guess because I have a 17 social modifier, so +1. Right?
No, just a allure roll for now.
Okay. Yes! Let's go!
We suck today.
You're in full doctor mode right now.
Yeah, Isaac is like his face is like cold. His eyes are like serious. The thought of his friend being sick is just like you could almost say it kind of like even though he does sort of like use her a little bit for benefits and stuff. The thought of her being sick like flipped a switch in his head. It's like no, I need to make sure she's okay. I have to give her a full body checkup. There's no way.
And the only reason, like, maybe she even contemplated was because Artemis is persuasive,
Yeah, but
And,
now,
He
if
might do
anything, she might be like a little bit like, wait, hold on, Isaac, calm down. He's like, no, wait, I have to make sure you're okay.
All right. So, what goes on outside the? Actually, what's going on with
Very-
Virion? Yeah. What's Virion up to?
Yeah, I feel like Vern doesn't have too much of an exciting evening planned. Mostly he returns back to the Traveler's Fire and sits back waiting for the imp to do his job. So I suppose the more interesting question is, how is the imp faring, and would you like me to do any rolls for it as it is going about on its mission?
You are uncertain about the imp and how it is faring. It hasn't answered back to you at all as you make your way back to the fire. And
Yeah, I mean, it has been given a task. It has 2 hours to complete it. So as far as Vern is concerned, it's pretty much just killing time.
yeah, you do notice Midas leaving with some stranger, and they're walking down an alleyway.
Yeah, Vern raises an eyebrow, but doesn't begrudge another old man his passions, whatever they may be. If anything, he's probably just sitting back at the Traveler's Fire, just casually checking in, maybe considering whether or not to invest in more chalk for more summoning circles in the future. But at the moment, he's just sitting by the window where he told the imp to return and just passing the time. He doesn't really have anything else on his mind.
All right.
Maybe he lays out some cards just to pass the time.
All
Plays a little bit of solitaire with himself.
Make a D100 roll. All right.
39.
And he will be back at the fire for now, waiting in the summoning chamber. You do pass by the bodyguard, the guardian of the fire, the Traveler's Fire, but she just kind of nods to you. And
Maybe I'll spare a comment and say, good work with that alchemist. It would have been a shame if he got away. I'm glad we had you downstairs to take care of him.
she's like, of course. And she just nods. She's all
Keep
kind
up
of
the
just
good work.
stoic, and maybe doesn't talk much, really. Um,
You know what?
Exactly right.
Out of curiosity, just because Vern is an asshole and this feels like, this is a stone-faced sort of bodyguard move, he will try and see if he can make a crack in that facade. See if he can actually make her crack a smile or something. Just, elaborate on how brave she was in facing that enemy at the doorstep and how she protected them all and how she is clearly the strongest warrior at this house.
Go ahead, do a charisma check.
We
What am I
suck
supposed to roll
today.
for Marcon?
Yeah, go
Speak
ahead,
for
Mark.
yourself. All of my rolls went exactly how I wanted them to.
Would Marcon roll at all?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would this be a willpower? Or
You could do
charisma?
charisma.
Okay.
Makan,
That's a
Makan seems as though maybe a little smirk, dry smirk, appears on her face, and she says, "I've had much training."
Well, you are certainly putting it to good use.
How well do you know Midas?
Not too well. Met him on a day ago.
He
Why do you
seems-
ask?
He seems like a inquisitive fellow.
Yes, I found his questions rather amusing, but then again, I suppose magic is a field that encourages a bit of curiosity. Certainly a appropriate trait to have for somebody seeking knowledge.
She seems to think about the comment for a second, and then she just nods.
I'm
All right.
curious. I don't want to pry, Makan, but what path has led you here down to the Traveler's Fire to be our mighty guardians against the scum of the streets? If it's not too much to pry, I'm just curious where you've come from.
It's a long and boring story.
I mean, we have plenty of time, unless, of course, you're otherwise engaged.
She thinks about this for a moment. Can you make Artemide, I'm gonna whisper you something real quick.
Alright.
There you go. Either one of those, whatever you think is
Okay.
plausible. And actually, I'll let you RP this comment, you know?
Very well.
Basically, Virion is realizing that currently he's waiting 2 more hours for the imp to get back, and there are other ways of killing time, and this is a valuable bodyguard that potentially might have information that could be of use to him down the line. So he's very much attempting his best to seduce her.
Marcon would probably lower voice for Marcon. Probably think for a moment. Business that is not mine, I cannot discuss. But I have known the lady since before here.
So you've traveled her from before Darkest.
Yes, we have traveled here from other places. I was the guard on the road. I have known her the longest.
Well, I still have an hour or two to wait before my summons come back, and I feel like, well, if anything, I don't think it would be right of me to ask anything of you. Simply, I would offer my services as a reward for your valiant protection last fight. If you're not too busy to indulge.
Marcon would take a moment to consider.
I do not mean to
Then
overstep any professional boundaries, but
it is not about the perfection. You have observation or some other skill that gives you the ability to just tell how somebody's feeling. If otherwise, I
not
believe that
really.
would be
Just
a charisma or perception check.
yeah, just perception.
It's hard to tell about the next sentence what is different inside it. There's something there, but you aren't sure. As Makan says, I will keep myself for now. I do
That
not
is
mean
fair.
it as any comment on your beauty or handsomeness. It is not to offend.
Oh, by all means, I was simply letting you know that for the next 2 hours I am free, and that you deserve a little bit of extra for your protection. But I'm not here to impose. After all, we all have our parts to play in the grand plan, and I'm more than happy to play with my cards instead.
Yes, it is more so a personal reason that I wish to keep to myself.
That is understandable. I fully respect that. And should there be any customers looking for a particular dark elf hue, feel free to send them to my room. Otherwise, I will be upstairs.
Makan would simply give a polite nod to that.
And maybe he will spend a couple of more minutes just milling about in front of the streets, just casually glancing at any passerbys, seeing if he can rustle up some clients before the hour is up. Because for the most part, he knows that he's just gonna be busy waiting for the imp to come back. So he might as well, put in the work, as it were.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that maybe for like 10 or 15 minutes, he just walks in front of the door, try and pose for not necessarily for the camera, but for the passerbys that might be enticed to engage his services, or just
Yeah.
come into the place and basically trying to rustle up some business.
Okay. All right. And we should probably finish the scene with Ryad and the girl, and then we're gonna go over to Midas. Ryad, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Mead would go ahead and be drawn out by Ryad, and would gather a bit closely near the end of the hall for discussion. Ryad, why do you seem to have brought me this nice girl here? Usually you aren't into that sort of thing. Honestly, for a bit I thought you didn't have anything down there, but...
That
well,
still holds true. But as the Traveler's Fire expands, we are in need of more hands. The slave could be bought for a fair price, considering the line of work and the damage.
Artemis pauses, takes a look at her, and then particularly at Ryad. Ryad, usually you aren't the one to take initiative for very much at all. She would sort of gesture with a finger and slowly roll it down the left side of his chin. Are you telling me you wish to take initiative, and you wish to do this thing and wish to have it done?
I noticed your interest as you climbed the stairs. That is all.
Could you roll some kind of, or are you trying to deceive, or is that like the honest truth? Is this
Uh,
part of
yeah, I
Ryad's
could roll deceive.
kindness? Okay, I'm going to roll charisma to peer into your emotions. It's only a 5.
Yeah, it's like a half truth.
I think I like it better, Ryad, she says, and she's definitely short. How tall is Ryad?
Roll a d100.
35.
It's probably like, I need to find the Beekake page. Hold on. It's like average height.
Yeah. So we're talking about 5, 10?
6 feet, I guess.
6 feet? Yeah, just about. Depends on the type of Ataki. So she would definitely, or Artemide would definitely reach up to grasp Ryad's chin. I think I like it better when you take a step forward rather than only lagging from behind. I do like a dog that shakes its tail, but you don't need to only, you know, bark at people. She'll go ahead and give him a pat on the head, and then turn to her. How tall is this lady?
She's pretty tall. I think she's about 6 foot. She's like a Northman lady.
Oh. She sort of gives an observation, starts moving around the lady. What's your name, dear?
Ayla.
Kayla?
Ayla.
Ayla. Well, Ayla, some clients are into the taller folk. And I suppose one of my favorite things is when somebody isn't completely perfect. Do you know why a beauty mark is such a beauty mark of a thing? It's got it itself in its name, despite being a, how to say, slightly inconspicuous imperfection on the face. Its existence brings out the perfections on all the other parts of the body. You are a rather beautiful lady, and I think the scar, well, just brings out the rest of you. Who is your current owner?
His name is Morg.
Right, and what were the circumstances of your purchase?
I was owned by another before we came to the city here. Morg killed him and took me for himself.
Ah, I see. Is Morg with some other criminals? You would probably know the name. Has he ever dropped the name Valkyr or something similar? Out of curiosity.
No, I don't think so.
Wonderful, she says, and she'll grasp Ayla's hand. Fantastic. Let's get you a proper bath, and I welcome you to the Traveler's Fire. I'll have a talk with Morg. Ryad, guide her back to the establishment, will you?
I believe her current owner was a patron of the tavern.
Yes,
I do
I'll
not
have a
see
talk with
him.
Morg.
You're
I do
going
not
to
foresee more. You can go ahead.
you're going to kill him?
I have many different convincing offers of which I may provide him. I believe that I am quite the convincing individual. Charismatic. Little bit seductive. I'm sure things will work out. Don't you worry, dear. What you should worry about is getting yourself washed up, and maybe a little bit prettied up. Of course, you won't be working tonight. I should show you around the place when I have time, though I must admit I might be a bit busy for the night.
She smiles. Big smile. You can tell some of her teeth look fine, and she definitely seems genuinely happy though. And then she grabs Ryad like in a
Be
big
down
hug.
around the 9th bell for dinner. It shall be stew. I think tonight it was with crab.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam.
Now run along, Ryad.
She goes
Show
to
her quarters.
She goes to kiss Ryad, but he's got like spikes all over his face. So she's like, maneuvers carefully, and then she takes off.
I guess he would lead her across the street.
All right.
Automate is going to peek in on Isaac. I hope you two aren't frightened. Oh, Isaac.
What?
Why do you constantly have to resort to becoming an anxious mess? You had a chance. Whatever.
Once again, it's just not me.
It's just not
Anyways.
you yet. Rachel,
It's-
come by for that bath later.
It's just not me ever. Anyways, I'm gonna need to go talk to Gordak about this.
I have someone to
So-
talk to as well.
Oh, and you said Rihanna away? Interesting.
Indeed.
Well,
Have a
good luck with
time,
that.
you two.
Once again, if you, I don't know, if you're nearby, scream and I'll consider helping you. Maybe I'll flip a coin.
Oh, Isaac. You should really get one with 2 tails. That way you never have to. Ta-ta.
All right. We're gonna go over to the scene with Midas and find out what's going on with his friend. Let's go here. I'm just gonna use a different part of this map, even though it's not really in the same location.
Yeah, it's just one of the many nameless alleys.
Yeah. Everybody got view?
Nope.
Oh, I gotta grab the camera. Midas, do you have view here?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. He takes you. It's like down an alley, you know. And you notice that you're getting. You don't know the city very well, but there are signs. There's an old weathered sign outside that. Let me change the music because this is just too happy for that. It's like an old creepy alley, and it goes down to the Plague District, where they have it like boarded up, you know, and there's some guards stationed down there that look more like hired mercenaries than the Red Guard that you're used to seeing. He ducks into this hovel. It's just the door. It doesn't really have a door, and he ducks into it and he says, "This we can look forward to seeing you."
Sounds brilliant.
He walks down the passageway a little ways. And in this room, it stinks bad, right? You can see some stairs going up, and then he moves into another chamber where there's some crackling fire. Already a fire's made, and it's kind of a warm room. It smells really bad in here, and you can basically see that, the homeless have been living in here for a while.
Yeah.
Most likely. Maybe he even lives here, And he says, "All right, let us see about this medicine."
Ah, yes. Well, let's start. I opened my shoulder bag and I bought this at the market. It was like a veil for the face. It's like, okay, well, just put this on and let me see your arm so I can administer the salve. You could sit by the fire if you like, more comfortable.
Oh, of course. He goes over to sit by the fire.
I hand him the veil, and I act like I'm going for my shoulder bag, my staff kind of leaning on my shoulders, like, my master really taught me a lot about all this. It took me a while to learn in the wilderness. There weren't too many books out there, you see. Have you ever read anything?
Oh, I don't know how to read, sir.
Oh, it's nothing like that. It's nothing too hard. Took a little bit of time, that's all. But I think the real principle I learned during that training is the pragmatism of helping the masses. It's a real joy in my life, you see. Oh, just lift your arm out. Just straight out. I'm saying this like behind him. As I don't know if this system has like execution attack type mechanics or something like that, but Midas is just like distracting him, telling him about life, and just getting ready to kill the guy using his staff, hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah, you can. It's called basically sneak attack. Yeah, it'll do ×2 damage if you hit him.
Gotcha.
And
if he makes a power attack, ×4.
Yeah, you could do a heavy attack and do ×4 damage if you want to. That would be using both of your action points to really commit to it. You also have the option to aim, which is like it gives you an extra D4 on your D20 to hit somebody. Takes one action when aiming, and then the second action would be attacking.
I'm not too familiar with the system. How likely is it that he's a homeless guy? He's not really combat adjacent. Is it likely that I would hit with a roll? Like, or is aim like a good investment?
No, he rolls a D3 to defend.
Gotcha.
I mean, if it's a sneak attack and he's not
if he's
aware.
So you want to sneak attack him, so you're trying to distract him. So go ahead and make a. Usually you do stealth and kind of concealment. If you don't have either of those skills, it goes default 2 attributes. So don't worry about stealth. You're right next to him. It would just be concealment, like the intent to hit him with your staff. So that is based off of your perception if you don't have the skill concealment. So go ahead and do that. Roll your perception, but because he's so distracted, he's going to get a -3, so you'll get a +3. So just put a 3 on the modifier.
Gotcha. Wow.
Man, you guys fucking suck.
What? I know. I love that.
So with a nat 1, a nat 1 is a nat 1. So,
well, hey, he could also roll a nat 1 on his perception.
Right, actually. So I'm gonna roll his perception, which is so low right now. It's a D4.
D4, D2.
Especially with the D2, that's like
Still 3.
All right.
You still beat it, I guess.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your attack. Do you want to do just a quick knockout, or do you want to do a heavy attack, or do you want to aim it? Because he's actually going to get a chance to defend now.
I think I'm going to do a heavy attack.
Okay.
And I think it comes down, he's like, helping the masses. Whew. And then, that's just when he swings.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
staff.
go ahead and click on attack.
Yep.
And if you're using the macros or if you're in the character sheet, whatever.
There you go. Do I put any modifiers or no?
Go ahead and give 3 on the modifier.
Gotcha. And then actions, I guess it'd be 2, right? Because heavy attacks are 2.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
16 to hit.
What's your strength modifier? Or not your strength
Uh,
modifier. What's your strength attribute?
Like 9, I think.
Okay.
And he's
Might
very
also be better to use dexterity depending on the weapon you have.
Nerd.
Not only is he untrained and 0 level,
Sure.
he is also in a bad way. He's got an extra -2. so
Negative
-5.
effects to drug.
Yeah. -5 totally. Brings him down to 12. That's a hit.
That's
And
close.
and go ahead. I know, right? Like maybe he sees the shadow of the flame of the staff coming up, you know?
I'm sure,
Yeah.
you know, this area is not like a great area, so he's kind of on his toes, I bet.
Yeah. And then now you're going to go to damage.
Alright.
And then you'll see the staff.
Yep,
If you're
got it.
using the macros. Okay, cool. And then nothing in the modifier, but when it says multiplier power damage, put a 2 in there because you did a heavy attack. So that's going to multiply whatever you roll times 2. All right, describe how you take him out.
So yeah, I think the same, you know, ways. Like, I think people watching you, it's not like this scenario's disturbing for Midas. He has the same, you know, rhythm in his voice. He's, you know, just talking about his past and being casual, and he takes his staff and he looks down and just, you know, another task, and swings down, just nails him in the side of the head, just as he says, "For the masses," right at the end there, and just knocks him off the stool onto the ground, the blood pooling on the I think dirt floor. Looks like.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah,
I
it
do wish
collapses.
this process was a bit cleaner than Japan, but it is what it is. And then I'm going to start the long process of raising an undead. I'm going to take out from my shoulder bag the robe I bought and the veil I bought, so, you know, covers all his body. I'm going to put it on the bed.
All right, go ahead and make a necromancy skill roll.
Okay, let's see. Since this is at the end of the session, I might as well use my driven perk, because the higher I get, there's the ability to get bonuses for the undead. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, perfect. So, I guess I'd roll that at the end of the roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when the modifier pops up, you can put that in there if you want, or you can roll it after. Yeah, that's cool.
And then it's a D4, I believe.
Cool. And you'll put an exclamation point at the end of the 4. That's what makes it blow up if you roll a max on the 4.
Right, which is a neat system. It's cool. Yes, D4. Was it /R? And
Backslash.
1D4?
Yeah, /R space D4 exclamation point.
Exclamation mark.
Cool.
Alright, that's 2.
So a total of 13.
That's right.
Describe what it looks like as you're making your first zombie.
I imagine that he's, like, you know, setting up the body, and he's, you know, wiping the blood from his face with, like, a dirty rag, just trying to get him as pristine as possible, even though it's probably not going to fool anybody. And he pulls over the bench and or the stool and takes a seat and begins to work. I imagine, like, kind of like a dark purple magic into the body. Checks over his book every once in a while, his notebook, to make sure he's doing it right. And yeah, he just sits there and methodically kind of pours this magic into the body.
And you see that the body twitches. and the eyes open up, and it starts to like get up off of the bed and starts to sit up, and stands next to the bed, just making this undead, and it looks at you just lifelessly. Well, it's like the guy hasn't changed too much. The way his eyes look at you when he was alive, but you can see this kind of like pale, shimmering, which is his astral sight. As he's like, it's like a pale glow in his eyes as he's like looking at you.
You don't look too different from when you were alive, so perhaps you can maybe convince some people. But here's my staff. You will use it as a weapon. Even though, how does commanding an undead work? Does it need to be verbal? Or is there also like a mental component there?
Yeah, you could use a mental way of communicating with him.
And the zombie that raises I can't remember. Is it as intelligent as a human being, or what's its like level of?
Oh no,
Depends on the level of necromancy you have.
This one is mindless, but you can give it small commands like follow me, like kill him, guard here, stuff like that. You know.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hand him the clothes I bought, the heavy robe and the face covering, and then it's been 6 hours, so I'm like, I have to go meet the others for the mission. So
right as you say that, you can hear like the sound of something break, and then you see two fellows come around the corner. One's twirling a knife in his hand, a bone knife. And it looks like two goblins, and they come around the corner. They're like, "What the fuck do we have here?"
Well, that was unexpected. He's like, I don't know what to say in this moment. This is not good.
Holy shit, man! That's a fucking undead monster. And I think we'll leave it there for next session to find out what happens.
So just a quick question. What would be the mana drain for creating this undead?
It's the amount of hours times 5 for the ritual.
Okay, so let's see.
The amount of hours is D6 hours.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right here.
Okay, 1. That's pretty good.
So it only took you 1 hour to make the zombie, and you only lost 5 mana for it.
Brilliant.
Why are we rolling like crap this session?
Look, once again, you guys are the ones rolling bad. I got exactly.
I don't roll bad. I roll fantastically.
Well, hopefully you guys roll better next time on Demon Gates.